that's going to feed your soul for years to come. It's going to give you income, it's going to give you opportunity, it's going to give you enjoyment, it's going to give you an intellectual stimulation, it's going to help you have a bigger impact on other people. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to this video. That way, when we release new business advice, you will be notified first. Take care. Doing what you want is so important in business, isn't it? When you really want it, when you do what you love, when you do what you want rather than what you don't want. Can you imagine how good business feels? How good it feels to wake up in the morning on Monday, and how good it feels to wake up in the morning on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday if you decide to work Fridays, or even Thursdays if you decide to work Thursdays. That is not a pipe dream. It's yours for the taking if you're a business owner. And if you're a service business owner, I know it's possible because I've done that for myself and I help other clients like you do that. So just hear me out. My name's Gordon De Silva, and this part plays, it's in the model. Remember the 9-step model I talked about? Here we are, we're playing here in the passion piece, and we're looking at genius. I call it my genius element. Not because it's my genius element, but because we all have an element that is our genius. And our genius could be defined as things we love and things we do well and things that we're paid well for. So it's like a trio of things coming together. Things we love, things we do well, things we get paid well for. So those are our genius. Now, if your genius is something to do with your hobby, that's fine as well. But I'm looking for a genius in your business. Now, for many of my clients who are designers, creative people, their genius is making things look amazing, getting things looking good, so that they sell more, so that they help their clients do better visually. And they're not terribly comfortable with the numbers. So what I do is I sort of marry that up with my numbers story, and then we achieve the stuff. And so stuff that you enjoy may well be, making things look good, designing websites, designing logos, designing packaging, whatever it is, right? I mean, whoever designed Apple's packaging, my hat goes off to them. I love creative people because I'm particularly poor creatively visually, but I'm really good creatively business wise. So excuse me, some of my artistic skills are less than your standard. So let's look at what the problem is. The problem is typically that many business owners I work with, start working with, they typically don't enjoy between 30 and 50% of what they do in their business. It may be their books, it may be their accounting, it may be their paperwork, insurance and finance, it may be marketing, getting new clients in, pitching, it may be things. There'll be things in the business that the business owner doesn't really enjoy doing, and there'll be things that they really enjoy doing. But if they're spending so much time doing stuff they don't enjoy, it wears them out for the stuff they do enjoy. So for example, take me for example. I'm really good at understanding business models, business strategy, understanding the numbers of a business, not just the accounts. Goodness me, that's pretty simple, but it's only about 30% of the story. Other business numbers, like your leads, your conversion rate, your effective hourly rate. We'll talk about that another time. But what I don't like is actually doing a lot of the number crunching. So I've got a team of people who do all my number crunching, and I just get the reports in the way I've designed, so I can go, I know what's going on here, I know what can be fixed. And so, but when I do when I'm forced to sometimes look at data, it really tires me out. And when I come to start looking at the strategy and stuff, I just haven't got the energy there because I've just been worn out by looking at pages and pages of data. I don't enjoy it. And most of my creative clients don't enjoy it either. So that's why I help bring it to life visually rather than go through a whole lot of pages of numbers. So that's the first thing is, the problem is they're spending too much time doing stuff there, and it wears them out, and it's not enjoyable. If you've got to get up in the day and think, oh, I've got to do something today, or my accounts are due, or my VAT's due, or the tax man wants some information, whatever, it's not very good. But what if 95% or more of the stuff you had to do in the day, and I say want to do in the day, is stuff you love as well, because not only do you have to do it, but you want to do it. 95% is what you love. That's the sort of position I'm in, and I built it. It didn't happen because I was sort of lucky somehow, and I love doing crappy jobs, excuse my French, but it's because I designed it that way. I designed the stuff that I don't enjoy out of my life, and I put the stuff I do enjoy into my business from my input, stuff I do no matter what. And that's why it started off with me, just to give you an idea. When I was about 35, my mum reminded me of this recently, I wanted to retire. and at 50, and I said, look, I can't take this anymore. I hate it. I want to just make some money, retire at 50, and hopefully it'll be okay. Everything will be fine. People wish to retire because they hate the day-to-day stuff. And it ended up that now at over 60, I love what I do. I love every day. And I can't imagine myself retiring. And they'll have to put me in a box and nail it down before I stop trying to help business owners. That's my, where I built it. And it didn't happen by mistake. It happened because I worked at it. So what I want you to do is just imagine you wake up on a Monday morning and it's a beach. And you're waking up, you open the doors and this beautiful sea breeze comes in. And you realize it is a beautiful holiday, but also you realize it's no different from every other day in your business, because every day in your business feels like a holiday because you just do stuff you love. That's what you do on holiday typically. Read books, go for a snorkel, go for a swim. That's my ideal holiday, is listen to a bit of audio, go for long walks along the beach, go for long walks in the forest or hills, or go swimming, snorkeling, diving, whatever. I just love keeping active, but also then keeping my mind active. It's just, to me, it's just, that is my holiday. And the idea of just sitting there, drinking pina coladas and eating big, heavy meals is not really my idea of a holiday. I know maybe many people's, but I have my ideal life every day, so I don't need to do anything weird on holidays because it's just another day. So that is what we can build to. And I've got a little visual model. Here's a little, I don't know if you can see it there, but that is, it's got a bit at the bottom, and that's your genius. That's the stuff you're really good at, and you get paid well for, and you enjoy doing. The next bit is then broken up into two elements, right? Because there's stuff that you love and stuff you hate. Now, I'm making this pretty black and white, but often it's stuff that you don't really like, rather than hate. And so there'll be stuff you're good at, there'll be stuff you're okay at, and there'll be stuff you're poor at, okay? And so the principle we work on when we work with clients on our 9-step framework we talked about here is we look at setting up what goes in these boxes of the activities every day, and we then look at getting rid of as much as we can until we're right in this bottom here. So that's where 95% of my stuff goes, my energy goes, is into this bottom piece here. Everything else I've got rid of. But it starts off with a plan. And so if you want to just, you can see this is not hard. If you want me to send you a template of this, I've got it somewhere on my PC. I just can't share my screen while I'm talking to you, but I'll send that to you. But here's, if you want to populate that and with the tasks you do in your day and see how you get in and see what you need to get rid of. And there's a logical process here. You, of course, get rid of the stuff you're just okay at and you don't like first, because, if you're just okay at it, you probably find people who are better at it. So here's an example of that. As you know, I hate record keeping. I hate keeping books. Even though I'm an accountant by qualification, I haven't done accounts and I haven't even done my own accounts for 40 years, or 35 years. So the reason is twofold. One is I don't like it. Threefold. I don't like it. Secondly, it is relatively easy to find people to do it at a reasonable rate. 30 pounds an hour, 40 bucks an hour, whatever it is. You can find someone to take that off your hands and do it for you. And of course, it is not what feeds my soul, and so I'm short of it. But also, it is easy to delegate it, because there are people who already know how to do it. There's some questions you can ask them. We, for example, do a lot of the stuff for our clients. So you then go and say, look, which of these tasks do I need to get rid of? And if you can get rid of it at a reasonable rate, which you can, for example, for bookkeeping, then you get rid of it. And you spend that time building your business and doing more genius work. So and sometimes the stuff you may not like, you're okay at. So for example, doing a pitch, if you're not good at it, it's probably because you don't enjoy it very much. You haven't been taught how to enjoy a pitch and have to have a really easy conversation that people finish off saying, I'd love to buy that. If that's the case, then you can understand where you don't. But it's also hard to outsource that. So you may end up sticking with that for now until you learn how to either enjoy it and become really good at it, or you learn how to, or find someone and train them on how to do it for you. But it's a high risk element. So you want to just be careful. It's not straightforward and go, well, I'll just get rid of all these top levels. There are some areas which are higher risk to get rid of than others. But that is my genius model. And so what I'd ask you to do is now decide, do you want to carry on doing the stuff you don't enjoy? Or do you want to start building this business that's going to feed your soul for years to come? It's going to give you income. It's going to give you opportunities. It's going to give you enjoyment. It's going to give you an intellectual stimulation. It's going to help you have a bigger impact on other people. big things that you can get out of it, right? So here's my thinking for you. If you'd like to take that forward, either ask for that or fill that in. You know, it's our genius model. Either ask for it or fill it in, do it yourself, you know, and do one of your own, and start looking at what you need to do. If you want to have a chat with us about how we can add value to that proposition and make it so that nothing falls through the cracks, because there's some thinking involved in that and some questioning that you may benefit from, then of course just reach out. And when you've identified what you want to get rid of, then just create a plan to action it. Okay, so we have a whole process we work with clients when we're working through our 9-step process I told you about, and you know, I'm sure when the time is right, you'll just reach out and we'll talk about that. All right, this is Gordon wishing you well. Take care. Don't forget, if you found this at all interesting or useful, click the like button, please, and it helps Facebook tell people that it's good stuff, and they'll show it to more people. And yeah, so that's it for me on Facebook. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hi, and if you're on YouTube, please click the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe box, and if you want to get notified, just click the bell, ding 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 ding, and you'll be notified whenever I put a new video on. All right, take care. Goodbye.